A classic example of the sort of cases mediators have to deal with would be that of Jacqueline Mugiraneza and her former business partner, Jean-Baptiste Ntabaresha. We started a business together that involved immovable assets such as plots of land and farms. We shared the assets equally and took loans, but we ended up our partnership without paying all the money back. We decided against selling our assets and agreed to pay back the loans in installments, each eventually supposed to pay back close to 2 million Rwandan francs. However, he refused to pay his portion, and I ended up paying by myself. She and Jean-Baptiste ended up going to mediators to resolve the matter and were eventually able to come to an agreement, which is why they and others commend the work the mediators do. At first, they ordered me to pay back the money in a very short period of time, around a week, which I could not manage, and so I appealed at the sector level. Eventually, I was satisfied by their ruling and commend the work they did for us, mediating and helping us to resolve the matter without any further complications. They resolved the matter swiftly and reconciled us. After the ruling, he came to see me the very next morning. I turned to them when I had a problem with my husband and they resolved it. They help us resolve issues quickly without us having to run around. Things do not always go smoothly, however. Some of the people who come to us refuse to see things logically and insist that we all agree with their version of the matter. That results in some cases going up to us from the cell level and then going on to regular courts. Regardless, 70% of cases transferred to primary courts of law from mediators at the sector level are ruled on in the same way because it is found that in making their decisions, the mediators respected the law. However, not all mediators are squeaky clean. In some areas, we found a problem of corruption. People were complaining that their mediators take bribes and are unjust. In one area, we found an entire committee of mediators behind bars around Kadua. Even officials in the Ministry of Justice have admitted to us that some mediators have been prosecuted and found guilty of taking bribes. We also called officials in the Ministry of Justice and it was confirmed. A total of 27 mediators have been prosecuted across the country and 13 were found guilty, while 7 were acquitted, and other cases are still ongoing. For some cases, there has been a lack of evidence to support the charges, so dossiers have been buried. We assure people that mediators are constantly followed up on and warned against taking bribes, but local residents should stop tempting them with bribes. In 2015, more than 17,000 mediators were elected across the country at the cell level to serve for 5-year terms. The country's leadership has emphasized the importance of the work they do. In all honesty, mediators are not judges, and as the name implies, they just bring together disputing parties. That results in the sort of peace and security that allows Rwandans to attend to other important matters that help their lives to improve and boost development in general. The first mediator committees were formed at the cell level in 2004 and then the sector level in 2010. They review civil cases with assets that are valued at less than 3 million Rwandan francs.